Mr. Greg Aronica from Mcgee today. Comedy by Lillian Sam. Live music by Mercy Terrace. Plus, Phil's Five Free. Advice from Dear Dudes and our house band, that desirable duo, Drunk Monk. Now, help me welcome your hosts, Mr. Atu Walker and Mighty Mike Mcgee.
Yeah.
I've never felt the stage move that much in my life. I feared for my life.
Oh, well,
Very
I like
briefly.
to vibrate.
Yeah, no, that's apparent. Or should I say aberrant?
Ooh.
Because you're clearly a bear.
I'm an Ewok, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's.
I'm one of the, Samoan Ewoks. You know, we live in a different region.
Oh, I know so many people that'd be very disappointed in you right now.
I don't know.
Yikes.
I don't know what to say. I'm a bigger Ewok than the normal Ewok.
Yeah, I just don't know why you had to pick a whole other race.
It's not a race. It's a culture of communities of people. I like Samoan people. So I feel like I identify with that culture because they take good care of their family.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, sure.
I mean, if The Rock is a testament to the Samoan peoples, I feel like...
And black folks as well.
Yes, it's true. He's Samoan and black, so...
Yeah.
I feel like if I was to dress up for something for Halloween, I'd be like, the Samoan...
But you're missing the Samoan part is what I'm saying.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe you're missing it? You're not sure?
I like the tattoos, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing.
If I was saying any of these words right now,
Yeah, why?
I'd get in trouble.
You would get in trouble? No, you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
yes,
no,
I
no
would.
Way, no,
Like,
you
all
wouldn't.
right, folks, so I identify with the Samoan race.
It's
You know?
hearsay and conjecture.
Yeah.
You do. You like... No, you
I
don't.
don't identify with it. I appreciate it.
You appreciate... Okay.
That's different.
Identifying and appreciating, I feel like, are the same.
No.
They're not?
No.
Is it cultural?
I identify with... I identify with women.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah,
no, I don't. I appreciate women.
Oh,
right?
you appreciate?
I don't identify with them because I would be implying that I have traits and qualities that are female.
Oh.
Right?
Well, I identify with women. Because
Folks, welcome to the Go-Go
I cook and clean. I mean, I feel like that's like a traditional woman thing. I cook and clean all the time in my house. Like that's.
Wow.
I don't.
Wow. Should we just stop the show
Am I
and
shoveling
start
with-
over?
Am I doing something terrible? I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I identify as Atu.
Jake's got advice for
and
you right
Atu
there.
cooks and cleans.
Jake's got advice for you on
That's
screen.
what Atu does. I'm no relation to any specific gender.
You
or
heard
culture.
yourself though. You heard it though,
I did.
right?
I did. And
okay.
I'm clarifying now.
Just making sure we're
that
off.
Atu enjoys to cook and clean. He loves it.
No, you're not.
Okay,
You're not.
I'm gonna be
Jake
weird.
posted on screen. Atu, stop, please. You need to put the shovel down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's right.
Are my elbows ashy? I'm just checking.
I think your whole thing is ashy right now.
Yeah,
my
a little bit, a little ashy.
Yeah.
A little unmoisturized.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, sorry. My moisture check didn't go correctly.
Look at Jake. I can't believe we got canceled before we even finished our second season.
We're not even.
And honestly, let's be fair. Who thought I would be the one to get us canceled, right?
Oh.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Yikes.
Okay,
Yikes.
I don't know much, but I know.
It's okay. Folks, my name is Mighty Mike Mcgee, and this here is...
Mr. Atu Walker. Give it up for Mighty Mike Mcgee, everybody. Thank you for coaching me through.
I'm acutely aware of various things, and words are my thing, and their meanings, their definitions, and how we use them, and why we use them, and our relationship to human beings in general.
Meanwhile, I'm very dyslexic.
Yeah, sure.
No, I am.
I believe that you are dyslexic. I'm saying, but that doesn't. Are you word selection dyslexic?
No, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe that is
All right.
that is a thing. Maybe.
Do your thing. You know, but like you weren't reading what you said.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
You were just saying it.
Yeah.
Folks, we'd like to donate all the proceeds for this episode to every cause Atu fucked up.
Yeah.
And good thing there are no proceeds for this show. So we'd like to thank the Tabard Theatre for having us.
Yeah, give it up for the Tabard.
Give it up for the Tabard.
I'm pretty sure I didn't get us canceled. I'm pretty sure.
Welcome to Off Night, folks.
Yeah, we're off all night.
We're a little off, and that's kind of that's all right.
It's the charm of the show.
Okay, all right. I didn't realize
We're
misogyny could be charming. That's,
I'm not misogynist. I was just saying.
From the mouths of babes, am I right, folks?
I'm not. I'm just saying it's society. Society. Society has this perception, especially in Mississippi.
Yeah. No, this show is we probably just picked up a ton of viewers in Alabama right now. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot going on, folks. Give it up for Drunk Monk, everyone.
Yeah,
give it up guys. Look at these guys.
Kevin and Nick and Kevin.
So if you can't tell, I am Santa Claus in training.
Yeah.
All right. That's
what I am. He's got a lot of work to do.
And I'm actually it says Santa Claus Mike trainee. Yeah. Right, on my name badge. But this is my the last name tag I ever wore at a job when I worked at Copy Club. Oh, here. Get that, Jake. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, see? So underneath all that, it says Copy Club, which is was downtown. I also worked at Kinko's. Copy Club was the direct competition for Kinko's in 2003.
Wait, didn't you work for Kinko's?
I did work for Kinko's.
And then you went to the competition.
I went to the competition. They poached me. They called me at my house and were like, "Hey, Mike, we like what you do at Kinko's. Right, Mike? Do you want to come over for $1 more an hour?" And I was like, "You mean I'd be making $12 an hour?" And they're like, "Yes." And I was like, "Let's do it."
That sounds good, man.
Yeah, at the time it was great.
Yeah.
My rent was $300 a month.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, you should post that on the internet tomorrow. But like, remember when the rent was $300?
I once paid $295 for a room downtown.
Whoa.
Yeah, but that was 2004.
You're winning, bro. I was paying at least triple that when I was in 2004. I don't know why you was paying less.
I pay very little now too.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Give it up for Mike with the knowing where the cheap rent is.
You know what it is? No one wants to charge a gnome too much money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Gnomes get angry.
Yeah, they typically live under the stairs, which is kind of like an unzoned area.
When do gnomes live under the stairs?
Under the stairs,
I've never
under the bridges.
Heard of this.
Yes,
Did
under the stairs.
Did somebody slip something
bridges.
into Atu's beverage tonight, folks? Because gnomes live in gardens and
they live under the stairs in the garden. They like
no.
I mean, if you watch the movie Amelie, they travel, but
yeah, that's not stairs.
No,
there's no stairs involved.
Okay.
Yeah. Trolls live under stairs.
Trolls? Oh, sorry.
Ah, man.
I got trolls and gnomes mixed up.
And a number of other things this evening. We're gonna go ahead and
Jake,
start.
I didn't.
We're gonna start with our first segment tonight, folks. We're just gonna roll right through, and I'm gonna look this way.
Okay.
Jake is going to put up 3 news articles. And there's gonna be something off with one of them, and we, as a collective, need to figure out which one it is.
Yes.
This is called Something's Off with Jake.
100%. Right? Something is wrong.
So we're going to look at the first news article. Jake's going to put that up on screen. Yep. We're going to study it, and we're going to decide for ourselves. We're going to vote, all right? San Jose installs dozens of automated license plate readers to combat retail theft.
Retail theft.
All right? Well, there's been a lot of folks running into stores, usually like department stores and things like that, where you get like 40, 50 people at a time. They run in, they all grab stuff and run out.
All right.
Yeah. And so I think what they're trying to do is they read all the license plates. They want to get the
getaway card.
Yeah. Okay. And they want to know. Because we got them cameras that can read, really tiny things now.
With the artificial intelligence.
Yes, AI.
That makes up fake news.
I love the fact that AI is pronounced I.
Aye.
All right. Next one. What's the second one here? Hundreds gather at San Jose City Hall in Stand Up for Palestine rally, calling for ceasefire in Gaza.
Yes.
That's all true. That's got to be. Maybe it wasn't hundreds.
That happened.
Maybe it wasn't hundreds. Maybe it was thousands.
I mean, it might be thousands.
It might be thousands.
I think they shut down the street.
Did they shut down the street?
I feel like they did.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't see it.
I think all the genocide should stop, by the way. You should stop genocide. Genocide shouldn't be a thing anymore.
I agree. I agree. We've got to talk to Jen and say, you need to cut this out.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Yeah. Okay, I can't choose yet because I need to see number 3. Morgan Hill residents raise concerns about surge in wild coyote population. I think that one's true, too.
I feel like all of these are true.
They're all true. It's just that something is off.
Yeah.
I think it's the hundreds.
I think it is hundreds.
I think it's the hundreds in number 2. I'm going to vote for number 2.
I'm going
Anyone
for number 2,
else?
too.
Room. Who thinks it's number 1? Number 1? Who thinks it's number 2? Okay. Phil Maresca, why do you think it's number 1?
Because I think they're doing something else that the cameras are for speeding.
The cameras are actually for speeding and not for retail theft. Okay, yeah, because it would be a little hard to know which car the people are shoplifting or running to and then driving off in, right? Yeah, it's probably for speeding. They were pointing them at street lights or at the stoplights, I believe. So you might be right. So I don't know. Maybe I want to change I might change my vote to number 1. Anyone think it's number 3? Anyone think it's number 3?
No, it couldn't possibly be number 3.
I'm
Coyotes are wily.
Coyotes are wily. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna vote number 1. I'm gonna go with number 1. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with number 2. I don't know.
You think it's not hundreds?
I don't think it's hundreds.
Okay, Jake, what is it? Morgan Hill is dealing with wild pigs.
What?
Don't know if that's better or worse than coyotes, but those pigs weigh up to 500 pounds. You know what?
Wow.
Last time I went out to a county park out in that area.
Yeah.
I saw 9 wild pigs. So you know what? Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Wow, we were all wrong tonight.
I mean, good eatings for
Every
the
single one of
Coyotes
us.
then, I guess.
Jake, you got us. Everybody give Jake a round of applause. He really got us.
He's really stumping us with
That
these lately.
one, that one was legit.
Yeah, that one was
Man.
hard.
I know. That was
Yeah.
difficult.
Jake
Yeah.
knows how to get us
He
now.
got him. He got us. Oh. Now I would like to, before we bring up Phil for Phil's 5 Free, I would like to introduce a friend of mine who's going to be live painting throughout the night. Can we please welcome Jemal Diamond up to the stage?
Yo, let's give it up for
come chat
Jemal
with us for a
Diamond,
second.
everybody.
Come over here, Jemal. Good to see you, bud. Hey, and Jake, I'm sorry, I kind of sprung that one on you. I apologize. Jamal.
Yes.
Is that your own painting on your own shirt?
It's my own painting, my own shirt.
That's really cool. It looks really nice.
People ask me all the time, why do you put your own artwork on your shirt? I'm like, you're going to have Nike or Adidas?
Yeah,
or
I know.
some
You're going to
brand
have
if
that
you're gonna market
bullshit
anything?
on your clothes.
Where's the camera?
Yeah.
Can't tell.
He's got you. He's got
me?
you.
All right.
Yeah, Jake knows what he's doing.
Okay.
Look at this. This seriously looks like the weirdest doo-wop group of all time.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah. My hat
Yeah.
fits right in, though, with both
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you and I look like we could be
Yeah.
like cousins at least.
At least.
At least.
Kissing cousins.
Kissing cousins. Yeah. Wow. That was an invitation. You guys know that,
it
right?
was, it
That was consent. Anyhow.
Yeah.
No, but seriously though, you are I love your work. I love
Thank you.
your paintings.
Thank
you
you.
work well done, Jake. You are based out of School of Visual Philosophy. Is that right?
Indeed.
And
On the Alameda.
on the Alameda. And what's it like being an artist working out of a space like that?
It is awesome.
Yeah.
There's so few maker spaces and places where you can go and make stuff and be dirty and be creative and have your own space. So it's really unique. There's fewer and fewer around in the city, I find. So it's awesome. And having a community of other artists. There's like 30 of us that are there, and I'm friends with all of them. And it's a great, to have other people to bounce ideas off. And I fucking love it.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
I love going into that space, and it's neat to see sort of like everybody's sort of like closed off spaces, But then when you get invited, when you guys have like an open gallery, open studio, I should say, and all your spaces are open so that people can walk into them. It's so neat to see how different each space is and how everybody works. you know, on their art. And there's all different. I mean, you can take classes at the School of Visual Philosophy, can't you?
All sorts of metal making classes and sculpture and printmaking generally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a big printmaking space. If
There's a
you're
lot of
interested in
really
that.
cool stuff there. How long have you been? How long have you been painting?
Well, all my life.
Yeah. Your whole life,
My whole life.
you've
When I was
had,
little.
you've been covered in paint.
If you see pictures of me when I was 3, my drawing, you'll notice it has not evolved much. It's very, very similar to when I was 3.
I can appreciate that.
It's
yeah.
very similar.
Now I noticed that your canvas right now, or your what is it? Is it paper?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, let me hold it.
You kind of have it prepped, right? You have something started there.
Yes. There's a little paper, there's a cutout of a circle on top of the paper.
Okay.
So it's getting kept in this perfect circle.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I can dig that. And so you're going to be painting throughout the night. We'll check in with you throughout the evening.
All right.
I love your work. I have a piece of yours on my wall at my house, and I wanted people in San Jose, throughout San Jose, to see what you do. And I love the idea of getting on a show like this to get to watch people make their art on stage. Is that nerve-wracking to you at all?
It was when I first started doing it, and I started doing it at Visual Philosophy, first time when we'd have events. It was really weird having people like heckle you while you're making art. It was very strange.
You call that
for
a
me.
color?
Yeah, they would comment it and would really, like, they get in my head and shit.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I got used to it. That was years ago, and so it's 3-4 years
Yeah.
of painting in front of people, and it's fun. I love it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Fantastic. Jemal, it's so great to have you here. And
Thanks, man.
it's good to be able to show everybody what I would look like if I'd shaved most of my beard off, too. Yeah. So, thank you for being
give
here.
it up for Jemal.
Jemal Diamond, folks. Jamal's going to be painting throughout the evening, throughout the show. But right now, we're going to bring up a painter of sorts, a painter of events.
A painter, a passenger of events, a person that leads people to events and then also attends other things.
Yep, that's him. Folks, please welcome Mr. Downtown San Jose himself, Phil Maresca.
All right.
Or, I didn't want to take it away from you. Describe who you are tonight.
Oh, I'm Where's Philco?
Where is Philco?
Everybody comments on how I seem to be in multiple places at once, and Dave talks about it all the time. These are some of my favorite events that I've done over the years. So
wait, this one looks oldish.
That's
wow.
Smash Mouth VIP.
Smash Mouth,
yeah.
2007. Wow.
VIP
Look at
levels.
that. Yeah.
Let's go. Some of these have his picture
Here's
on them.
the Bacon Festival of America.
Oh, this
Wow,
one.
Bacon
You got to
Festival.
show everybody that one.
Oh, that one's got my picture from, I don't even know when that was, 2008.
Let me see. Look at you, Phil.
Yeah, I used to have dark hair back in the day. Anyway, that's me. Let's talk about what's happening this week. We got some Halloween events, and we got some First Friday events.
Mm-hmm. All right, First Friday's coming up.
So tomorrow night is Halloween, as everybody knows. If you want to do something with the little kiddos, there's a Halloween festival at the Pearl Avenue Library. That's the San Jose Public Library on Pearl Avenue. It's great for young children, including face painting, spooky storytelling, and they're finishing off with a big trick-or-treat parade.
Yeah.
And that's from 4 to 5:30 at the Pearl Avenue Library. Okay? And then after that, hop on your bicycle because it's a Two-Wheel Tuesday costume party. That's happening at the Park Station Hashery. And if you show up in a costume or on your bike, you get 2-for-1 beers.
Ooh.
Like at any time during the day on Tuesday. They are also going to have a costume contest with a $50 prize for best costume, and that judging begins at 7. So Park Station Hashery is on Park Avenue and Nagley.
Yeah, right next door to Hoover Middle School.
And then after that, you could close out the night at the Caravan. They're doing Halloween karaoke and costume party at the Caravan. That's on 98 South Almaden Avenue. Yeah. Costumes and karaoke with Rachel's cute boyfriend Eric as the karaoke DJ. Yeah.
Rachel's cute boyfriend.
She told me I could say that.
Oh, hey, yo, what's up, Eric? You're
on
cute.
Your show. Okay, that's your Halloween lineup, and you can do all three if you like.
Yeah.
Then for First Friday, Culture Night Market is back. They're doing a night in Alum Rock Village. And for the first time, they're actually closing the street. Alum Rock Avenue is going to be closed at White Road. First time. And they're doing a Dia de los Muertos tribute with folklorico dancers, plus all their vendors and food trucks. That's a Culture Night Market. Friday from 4 to 10.
That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then the other Friday thing with this guy here, there's a First Friday Hip Hop Jazz and Storytelling show at the San Jose Museum of Art. They do a First Friday, but this is their first time. They're going to be incorporating this event with rap, poetry, and digital art all at once from 6 to 9 p.m. on Friday the 3rd. It features the Francis Experience, San Jose Storyboard, and Mighty Mike Mcgee.
That's me.
Yeah. So that is your First Friday lineup. A couple of events for you and some Halloween shows. So
Woo!
there's your top 5.
All right, give it up for Phil, everybody.
All right, thanks.
Phil 5 free. Boom.
I'm always sort of blown away when like an organization is able to close a street down. You know what I mean? Like to close down Alum Rock. It seems like that would be like just even a stretch of Alum Rock to be able to close that down on a Friday evening. 2 blocks.
There's permits involved, and then you have to talk to the city services.
Yeah.
You have to get the electricity. It is one of those things that if you are able to pull it off and the community is able to come out and be in a safe space and enjoy a good time together, it's always worth it.
It's funny how many events I've gone to where I'm going to be performing on the street where they're blocking off streets, and I'm upset because I can't get through. You know? Like, even though I'm going to it.
What do you
know?
mean this street's closed? You mean I have to go around?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get to that street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
okay.
It's all right. It's okay.
Change happens, man. Change is supposed to happen. Change is a thing we should all embrace.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And one of the things I'm excited about, and this includes change, and that is the event that I'm doing this Friday with the Francis Experience and various other folks. That is a neat show because we're collaborating. I'm going to be doing poetry over music and things like that. We got multimedia stuff happening at the museum, San Jose Museum of Art, this Friday. So that's going to be awesome. And it's free to the public, too.
And it sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
I think that might be the first time they're ever doing hip-hop up in the San Jose Museum of Art.
I think the last time they did hip-hop in the San Jose Museum of Art was in 1979.
Whoa, for real?
Yeah, for real, with the sugar. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just making it up. Okay. I was just trying to say like they were really behind the times.
I was prepared to believe
I know. I was like, no, you didn't see that.
I was fully walking
you didn't see
into
that
whatever
Big Daddy Kane show in 1988?
You were serving
wild.
me. You were serving me a sandwich, and I was ready to eat
You're
it.
ready to take that bite. Yeah,
I love
we
it.
do love a little misinformation and misogyny.
Oh my bad.
Oh Lord. We're gonna bring up our next guest this evening, folks. Our next guest is with the 7th Street Big Band. She's coming up to tell us about a great show that she's got coming up this weekend. Please welcome Gabby Horlick to the stage.
Yeah.
Gabby! We're gonna get some stools, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you some knucks right there. Woohoo! Gabby!
All right, give it up for Gabby, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Gabby, you're a musician. You're a drummer primarily?
Yes.
And how many different bands have you played in over the years?
Oh, quite a few over the years. I was in a ska band for like 7 years.
What band was that?
I just call it the ska band because we had about 20 names in that time.
Gotcha.
We just kept changing it every gig. It was a different name.
Yo, give it up for giant saxophones.
Yeah. I love giant saxophones.
Yeah, sure.
That's a
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
They're saxy.
I'm also been the drummer in Francis Experience that you brought up earlier. I've been in that band for quite a few years now. Me and Jonathan Borka, the founder of that band, we're also in a different band called Soul Jive for many years.
Okay.
Wow.
But for the last 10 years, I've been a part of 7th Street Big Band, which is why I'm here today. That's been my main band for the last decade. Yeah.
And how many? And 7th Street Big Band. A lot of folks. I mean, who in here has seen some formation of 7th Street Big Band perform live? right?
Yeah, you guys are amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
How long has 7th Street Big Band been around?
We formed in November of 2013, so it's just about 10 years.
Yeah. And how many? But you cycle through members like quite a bit, right?
Yeah. If we lose a trumpet player, we get another one. We lose a sax player, a big saxophone, of course.
Yeah.
We'll get another one, and that's just kind of how it goes. We have a few members that have been in the band the entire time, but it's been a lot of musicians rotated in and out.
Do you guys need a harmonica player?
Not right now.
Okay.
Or
I'll
in
let
the
you
future?
know.
Just trying to get my foot
No,
in the door a little bit.
I know, as most harmonica players do,
Yeah.
try to get their
Just
foot
a
in the
little.
door.
I just need a couple seconds.
Try to get their mouth in the door. Yeah. No, on a similar note, but my buddy Dave, he plays saxophone. I'm sorry, no, he plays trumpet. My bad. No, saxophone. He plays trumpet, and in July he joined Tower of Power.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And
That's
so
pretty awesome.
I was like, somebody brought him up. They're like, hey, when's the last time you saw Dave? And I was like, it's been a few years, definitely before the pandemic. And he's like, oh, and they go, did you know he's in Tower of Power now? I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, he
amazing.
plays trumpet and flugelhorn for Tower of Power.
Flugelhorn?
Flugelhorn. I can't describe it.
Okay.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Me neither. That sounds fun.
I know what one is, and it's also it's a hard to describe.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Yeah. But it's cool. I mean, it's a flugelhorn, you know?
Flugelhorn, yeah.
Imagine, like, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh,
I want that on my resume now.
Yeah.
I'm a flugelhorn player.
Like, just that's it. It's just like your name, your address, your phone number, your email address, and then it just says,
Flugelhorn enthusiast.
I play flugelhorn, right? And then it's like, okay, well, then I guess you are qualified to run the city, Mr. Mayor, you know?
Flugel this.
Flugelhorn. And so you have an event coming up.
Yeah.
We do, yes. As I said, we've been together for 10 years. We have a show coming up on Saturday at Art Boutique that is our 10-year anniversary show.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
A lot of things don't last for 10 years in San Jose, so this is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like a big deal to me. A band this size, on average, we're about 20 members, depending on the time.
Man.
And keeping a band that large together for this long feels like a good milestone.
Yeah, no kidding. And how many members have there been total?
Yeah, so over the course of that time, there's been about 60 people that were official band members, and of those 60 people, I asked everyone on that list if they would be down to come back and play for this show, and about 40 of them are actually coming back to play.
Whoa, so you're going to have 40 musicians coming in to play all together at once at the Art Boutique.
Not at the same time because the stage isn't quite big enough for us to do that.
Yeah.
But we're going to be rotating musicians throughout the whole night so
Man,
that everyone gets to be on stage at some
Backstage
point.
is going to be packed.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a good time. I
Yeah,
can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's going to be a lot of fun. And I think, like, in that situation, you kind of, like, you almost need to charge the band members so that you guys actually make some money.
Well, here's
Half
the thing.
audience is
There's
gonna
so
be band
many of
members.
us.
Yeah.
If everyone just brings like 2 people,
Right.
Yeah.
we're
place is
sold out
packed.
right there.
Yeah.
That's
There you
it.
go.
So hopefully
That's
happens.
going to be so awesome. Now, has 7th Street Big Band recorded in the past?
We have 3 albums out actually. Our first album, it's called Off Cinderella Lane, which is the street that we rehearse off of in East Side San Jose. We recorded that back in 2018.
Okay.
During pandemic, we released a live album of actually music that we played here on this stage as well as
Oh,
Art
wow.
Boutique.
Wow, wonderful.
And then just this last year, we released our 3rd album. It's called Post Hang. It features a bunch of local Bay Area vocalists on that
Yeah.
one, and we're going to be playing music from all 3 of those at this show
great.
on Saturday.
That's
What's
incredible.
your favorite arrangement or song that you guys play?
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. We have some good ones. I don't know. I think my current favorite might be is a song called "Reckless" that we play with Bennett Roth Newell, who is a local rapper and pianist in the area. That's one of my favorites, I think.
He'll be there at the museum on Friday as well.
He will be. He'll be there, and he'll also be at the
Yeah.
7th Street show on Saturday performing
Awesome.
that tune.
That's incredible. And so now, would you would the rest of the band agree that you're sort of the keeper of the the band and the name? Like you
I
maintain
am the
it?
herder of cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the band leader. I founded the band. Yeah, I'm the one that yells at everyone
Yeah.
to make sure everyone has their stuff
That's
together.
not an easy job.
It can be.
Yeah.
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 It can be challenging at times, but it's also a lot of fun.
So you do this out of the love for music. You do this out of love for the art. What else do you do?
I do. Yeah, I do. I've been playing in big bands since I was about 10 years old. That's the first time I ever played in a big band. And you play in a big band when you're at your school, in your middle school. You play in high school. You play in college, and then after that, like, where can you play big band music? It's kind of not, really a thing. So that's why I started my own, and here we are, 10 years later, still doing it.
Here you are. That's fantastic. Well, it's going to be a fantastic show on Saturday.
I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
And I would imagine, considering how big your band is, you don't need an opener for the show. I'm assuming you don't have an opener for the show.
We don't have an opener. It's just going to be us for about 2 hours playing a bunch of our favorite tunes. We're going to go back and play stuff that we haven't played since the first time we performed, and take it through the years and play more modern stuff that we've been playing recently.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Are there? Do you guys ever throw covers into the mix?
Oh yeah, we play covers. We play covers. Most of what we play is either original compositions or original arrangements. Because even when we do play covers, it's not like the cover was a big band version of that song. We have to kind of turn it into, our own version of that.
You have to make it bigger.
Exactly. We just got to throw about 20 horns on it. And
That's
then,
great. Yeah. It'd be a dream of mine to have you guys come and play here. So maybe season 3, we can get you guys on this stage.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
All 60 band members, though.
Maybe not quite 60. But.
Like, if only 40 said yes to this event, like, can you imagine, like, off night? Yeah, we'll all do off night. Sure. Yeah, sure. They'll be bigger than our audience.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Me too. It's an exciting show, and I'm really happy for you guys. It's nice to see a local music force in music, like sticking together and really just bringing quality music to San Jose, original quality music to San Jose.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. We appreciate it. So
thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Appreciate that.
Indeed. Folks, please get up for Gabby Horlick.
Gabby!
Thank you, Gabby. Woo!
Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom.
I used to think, I was like, oh, it's interesting that we gotta, that we're moving the stools, but it also gives Drunk Monk an opportunity to jam it out,
I love it when they jam it out, man.
They deserve it. They're jammers, They're peanut butter and jammers, these guys. That's how smooth they are.
We forgot to mention Dear Dudes.
Why did we? Yeah, that's right, folks. I think what it is that Atu and I are so ready. I don't know why we took these off because we're gonna need them again. But Atu and I are so ready for the last 2 episodes of Off Night.
Yeah, we kind of need the break.
That we're putting our energy into those episodes. And a little less energy into this one, so bear with us. But that just as a reminder, Dear Dudes, the advice portion of our show is we're doing that tonight, and you'll notice the hat and the 3x5 cards and pencils are all over there by the water.
Yeah.
So if you got a question for us this evening, go jot one down, throw it in the hat. We'll answer it a little bit later this evening.
Yes, and we give the best advice in the world.
Oh gosh, it's.
Yeah. Better than Dear Abby, better than Dear Libby, better than talking to your mom late one night after some stupid shit happened at your house.
Yeah, but moms know what they're doing.
Moms are great. You want to know why?
Why?
Because your mom is going to tell you what you don't want to hear. Every single time. You're not going to want to hear the shit that she said, but then you listen to it later, and you're like, you know what? You're right. I need to stop tripping.
You know, Atu, I was ready to kick my mom to the curb until you just said that right now.
Yeah.
And so thank you. I never valued my mom until you said that.
You value your mom. Your mom has that sage wisdom that is from the sages, from those ages, from the yesteryears that you didn't even think about. Because you're not in those years. You're not dealing with that time. But they are giving you a perspective from that time. And it's important to take in those perspectives.
What he said. Yeah. Folks, we're going to bring up our next guest.
Yeah.
As you know, we have a fantastic relationship with SJ Today, which is a wonderful newsletter, website, all-around media outlet. And we're excited because tonight we usually have Allison, one of the city editors for SJ Today. We usually have her on for a segment. But tonight we get to meet and introduce to you their brand new co-city editor, Greg Aronica. So, folks, please give a warm welcome to Greg Aronica.
Greg Aronica, everybody.
Woo-hoo! Greg, good to see you, bud. Here, let's back up a smidge, just a smidge there.
How's our?
You don't need to
You're
back
good,
up.
you're
You
good,
you
you're
you
good.
can move
All right.
forward. Yeah, there you
There
go.
you go, there you go.
Yeah,
All right.
just want to make sure that folks can see you on the screen. Look at that.
And we want to make sure that we're touching each other's elbows.
That's
Yeah.
the most important part. I think.
Well, my elbows are real greasy and his are real ashy. So by the end of the night, his should be doing all right.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That's how you balance each other
Yeah.
out. It's
Yeah,
the
that's
yin
true.
and the yang.
We are. I mean, look at us, yin yang. We're round and we're black and white. So it all works out nicely. Yeah. You guys just realized that? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Hey, it's my first time here, so give me a break.
No. You are good. It's the regulars that I'm having issue with right now. No, but seriously though, it's great to meet you. So thousands applied for the city editor position.
Thousands.
Right? Thousands upon thousands applied.
I have no
for it.
idea why they chose me.
From what I heard, and this was from a guy who was taking a nap on the street, he said it was 6,740 people applied.
Whoa.
Right?
Wow. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's
And,
a real number.
I mean,
and,
it's about my rent, so yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Oh, you live in Los Altos.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
No.
No, I live
No.
in San Jose.
Yeah.
It's still
Very
that
true.
bad.
Very true. Yes. And so no, but in all seriousness, I don't know how many people applied, but you are now on the staff of SJ Today. Do you want to let people know who maybe have no idea what SJ Today is? You want to kind of give them a quick little rundown?
Yeah, let
Yeah,
us
so SJ Today is local news. So if you value local news, we put together a feel-good newsletter for you. We put together events. We talk about a lot of the events that are happening throughout the week. We talk about local news things like civic things. So if the government is planning to build new housing to lower rents, hopefully, we're going to write about it. We're going to talk about some of your favorite eateries as well. We're going to put them into lists and compile those into these really cool city guides that you can go through. And I got one coming up that's going to be about murals. Yes, all those murals that you see around San Jose. Yeah, that one's upcoming, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, and we, like Atu and I, we're friends with a lot of the folks who helped bring in some of those murals as well.
Yeah. Last week we had Local Color on.
Erin Salazar.
Erin
came on.
Salazar.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. She talked about how many murals?
235?
225 murals.
225 murals just through Local Color alone.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind because I don't remember. Maybe some of the OG San Josers in the room can attest to this, but I don't remember a whole lot of murals in San Jose 15, 20 years ago.
There were a couple.
They were
was
illegal.
One. They were illegal, and then there was one right there by the Chevron gas station that's been up for a while.
Which Chevron gas? Oh, you're talking about the.
Yeah, 4th and Santa Clara.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. And there's
I
now
don't think I remember that one.
there's now it's a Tommy John. Tommy John.
Okay, all right.
It's been. I think that's a long. That might, to me, in my mind, that's like one of the oldest murals in our community.
And then right next to it is a newer Dolores Huerta
Yeah.
mural right next
beautiful.
to it. Yeah.
So in other words, I'm going to be emailing you when I'm putting this together.
Well, no, I think the people to talk to are Local Color, obviously, and Empire 7.
Empire
as
7.
well.
You got to talk to both.
So I actually spent. This is one of the things I love about my job is being able to wander around the city and just experience the city as somebody who's lived here my entire life, but hasn't really taken a whole lot of time to just look at things and experience things. And I spent a good 3 hours on Wednesday this past week just wandering around and taking pictures of murals and experiencing the city. And San Jose is the best city in the world.
Yeah.
It is definitely the best city in San Jose. That's for sure. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, no one can deny it. Yeah.
No.
I love this city very much, which is why we're here, which is why we do the show. And one of the reasons why we love having SJ today on the show is because you guys really have your ear to the ground on a lot of things that are going on. And so I'm assuming you came armed with some events.
Yeah, what
and
you got
things
for us?
us to check out?
Armed and dangerous. Y'all know about the flea market and what's going on with that.
Yes.
What's going on?
So La Pulga, as we know, the Berryessa flea market has been there since 1960, and just this week the city has determined that they are going to be turning that space into mixed-use housing.
Oh.
Right. So there's a lot of people who are upset about this. There's a lot of people who are some people are saying, "Hey, it's good that we're getting more housing," but it kind of, it sort of stinks that it's this extremely important cultural thing that we've had for many, many years. And they did say that they are still going to be honoring the contracts of the vendors, but they're going from 15 acres down to 5 acres. So it's going to be significantly less space. And I think, how many vendors do they have now? Something like 6,000?
Wow.
I believe.
6,000 vendors?
Yeah,
Really?
at the San Jose Flea Market right now.
Wow.
So
did
they're
not
going to
know
have to try to find a way to fit that number into 5 acres. That's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
From my understanding, the Berryessa Flea Market used to be the largest flea market in the world.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they? I'm curious. Did they come up with the phrase flea market? Is that a trademark of the Berryessa Flea Market?
I don't know, but I do really enjoy the commercials still.
Oh.
Yeah.
Flea Market, San Jose. Yeah, those ones, yeah.
Yeah. That's new to me. I don't think I've ever heard a San
I used
Jose
to work
flea
in
market
radio,
before.
so I heard them all the time.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't think I know that one. My favorite jingle is Western Appliance.
Oh, yeah.
That was always
making
my
life much
yeah.
easier for you.
Yeah. Western Appliance, making life much easier for you. Yeah.
My dad used to work there.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
Yo, for real?
I hope
Yeah.
I brought up good feelings.
Yeah.
He doesn't work there anymore.
No. I don't think anybody does, do they?
No, I don't think
Yeah.
so. That's one of the stories that we're working on that we put together this past week, and we are putting together some reader responses to that is going to come out at some point a little bit later on this week. A lot of people have been very, very vocal about how disappointed they are in the city, and so we're going to highlight some of their responses and highlight a couple of the responses of some people who are like, hey, this might be kind of a good idea.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
It's good to hear from all sides.
we try to keep things pretty cool. So, yeah. Also, I don't know if you know this, but San Jose is actually doing pretty well, all things considered, after
What?
the pandemic. Yeah, so the University of Toronto did this study where
Wait,
they looked
a Canadian university studied
Yeah.
San Jose?
So here's what they did. They talked to a bunch of cell phone providers, and they got a bunch of data from cell phone providers, and they looked at hot spots of where people are hanging out in different cities and metropolitan areas all over the country. And they found that San Jose is actually at about 96% of where it was in 2019, pre-Panini. So
Wow.
yeah. So in other words, San Jose is not necessarily as dead as a lot of people like to say that it is.
It isn't dead.
It's
We're
not-
still
it
alive.
never
not
has
dead.
been,
It's
yeah.
not dead.
We're thriving.
And I've noticed that Canadians do like to study us because we have a hockey team.
That's true.
Yeah.
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 That's the only reason.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're looking at tape.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing. But anyway, so that's another story that I worked on this week. Also, I don't know if you know this, but Kirk's in Campbell. Do you know Kirk's Steak Burger? Anybody had
Oh,
Kirk's
yeah,
Steak
yeah,
Burger?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kirk's Steak Burger in Campbell is going to be closing.
Oh.
Actually, excuse me.
I knew it.
They closed
it.
on Sunday, excuse me. So not only
They closed and didn't tell anybody?
Yeah, and it was really sudden because the city expedited a new land lease to turn that space into housing.
Okay.
And even better, that housing is going to serve primarily underprivileged people. I believe it's, what did they say? It's supposed to be it's 65 affordable apartments for those making between 30 and 70% of Santa Clara County's median income.
Oh,
Do you happen to
wow.
know what that number is?
Yeah. 30 to 70% median income.
Yeah.
I
I mean, like 50 to 90K.
Keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going up.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
keep going up.
It's higher than that.
Yeah. $126,000 is the median income for
San Jose.
for Santa Clara County specifically. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Those numbers are Palo Alto inflated.
Right.
Los Altos, Los Gatos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the people who can actually afford to live in apartments by themselves, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Without
Well,
roommates.
You know, it's interesting too because I think the last time I ate at Kirk Burger was like probably in the late '90s because I used to loiter on Bascom, you know, and so I remember eating there a couple times. It was good, you know, it was good, and it was kind of a a very local spot, you know. And it's interesting because Burger Pit announced that they're closing as well.
Yeah, that's
In
right.
April of next year, I believe. And you know, it's like I don't eat meat, but there was a point this weekend where me and a friend were like, was it me and you? I don't know. We were gonna go. I was gonna go with somebody. I don't remember who.
We were driving around and we were
We're like,
thinking
oh,
about
let's get
going
some
to
food.
Burger Pit.
And so we thought about going to Burger Pit, and then we realized that it was like 25 minutes away. We're like, nah, we're good. You know?
Yeah, it's too far.
But
But
you got to go soon because if you eat meat, you got to go soon because, they are closing.
I'll
in
eat their
April.
fries. Yeah.
Yeah, the fries are really good.
But that's the thing, right? Is that, I mean, I'm sure there are folks in here who could think of all kinds of places that have closed in San Jose, right? But new places open as well. Like you said, we're at 96%, according to University of Toronto. We're at 96% of what we were pre-Panini, right?
Yeah.
I like the way you said that, by the way. It's the nicest phrase I've ever heard.
I'm Italian. I got to talk about
Yeah.
paninis at least once.
Yeah.
It's in my contract.
It's by law,
People
yeah.
love hot sandwiches.
That's right. Yeah.
I love a good hot sandwich. But hey, R.I.P. Kirk's.
Well, they are actually going to be reopening across the street in the old Grillem building.
Oh,
well, that's
Sorry if I
okay.
buried the lead there a little bit.
Okay, all right, all right.
However, and look, the Kirk's in Palo Alto isn't going anywhere. That one's
Okay,
still sticking
that's fair.
around.
That's
Well,
fair.
'cause-
Folks, you're not gonna miss out on Kirk's. You're just gonna miss out on the old building.
It's going to be a couple of weeks, but yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's a couple of the things that we've written about. Some things that are coming up that we're writing about. We've got a guide to San Jose's flea markets, co-ops, vintage, and retail shops that should be coming out sometime.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that should be coming sometime in the next week or so. Okay, so speaking of things that have closed, this is my hyperfixation right now. Do y'all remember Fry's Electronics?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I have an obsession with Fry's Electronics. It's not that it was a great place for me to visit because I don't think it ever was a good place to visit.
Aw.
I enjoyed it as a kid because you'd go in and, the one off Hamilton where they had the hieroglyphics inside and like giant scarabs, and then
Yeah.
they would pipe in like chittering insect sound effects.
Yeah,
It's
it
the
was
most
very interesting.
unhinged store that has
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
existed, and I'm obsessed.
And the people mover that never worked. It was
Yes,
never
right.
turned
Oh.
on.
It
Yeah.
never worked. Yeah. And then you go to the one in South San Jose, and it was modeled after a Mayan temple. And they had birds. They had birds piped in, and there was like the sound of rainforests inside. Just a wild store.
There was one in Southern California.
Yep,
that
the
was
one in
the
Burbank,
alien,
yeah.
the alien ship crashing into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
that's-
my favorite one.
Yeah, that was a good
That one was featured on Mr. Robot. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyway, so I'm hyper fixated on Fry's Electronics right now, and I have a story that's coming out about Fry's.
Okay.
And a little bit about where it is now and what's going on with it.
Interesting.
I'm very excited about
I was
that one.
I was sort of blown away because it was, I think, in the 80s, and you probably touch on this, but in the 80s, one of the sons of Mr. Fry, which was a grocery chain, and I shopped at the grocery store in Stockton when I was
It
a kid.
still exists, and there's a ton of them in Arizona right now.
Right, Fry's
Really?
Groceries, which it started out as a grocery store.
Okay.
And then the son begged his dad, it's like, give me a couple of stores, let me turn it into electronics. Trust me, it's the future. And they're like, all right, whatever. And it ended up doing better than all the grocery stores.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And they were a sponsor of the once known Sabercats of San Jose.
Ah, all the things that are no longer, huh, folks? Let's get a Kirk burger and go watch the Sabercats play on our.
We'll go to the Spirit
on our
Halloween that is
Windows
now, or that used to be a
98
Fry's
machine.
Electronics.
Yeah, now it is,
on our Windows 98 computers.
Yes.
It'll be fun.
So those are some stories that are coming up, or some stories that you can read right now at sjtoday.6amcity.com. There's also some events. Hey, if you ever go and you want to check out some more events, I know Phil has some of the free events that we're going on. Well, these are, not as free.
Yeah.
Some of them are free, some are not. We also have, we feature all of those on our website. So we've got Trick or Treat on the Halloween. That is coming up tomorrow, Tuesday. And yeah, that's for the kids. So if you've got kids, it's totally free. You can wander up and down the Alameda, the Halloween, as it were, and get some and trick or treat at a bunch of the businesses up and
That
down.
sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I know where I'm going.
You can dress up just like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll walk in and they'll go, "You're a little early, aren't you, Santa?" And I go, "I'm here for my gifts."
Yeah.
I mean, you did see that Christmas in the Park is already setting up.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that by the year 2035 they'll be setting up in January.
Yeah.
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 True facts.
It'll
they
just,
just wanna
it'll
get a
just
head
stay there,
start.
like the Christmas lights that are currently in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
Exactly. What the Blank Trivia at Renegades Bar is on Wednesday, November 1st, 8 p.m. If you've never been to a trivia game at Renegades, it is just an absolute blast. Total
Really?
fun. Yeah. They got drag shows. They've got, there's fun. The hosts are all rotating. It's great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Ain't Too Proud is the Temptations musical is at Broadway San Jose right now.
Oh.
And if you have not seen that, that is also fantastic. Jukebox musicals are pretty dang fun, especially because you know all the words. So,
Yeah.
That does sound like a lot of fun. I remember when what was the one about the Four Seasons show that had come out.
Oh my gosh.
What was it? Jersey Boys. Yeah.
Jersey
Boys.
Boys.
Yeah.
Kind of in the same vein, right?
I saw
Yeah,
Jersey
yeah.
Boys over there at the Center of Performing Arts, and it was an excellent show.
It's such a good venue for
Yeah.
musicals, I think.
I also saw Lion King there and American Idiot.
I'm very, very jealous about Lion King. I've been wanting to see that show for
You
years.
have to. I mean, it's an experience. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Book of Mormon there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good show,
That
too.
was a
yeah.
good show as
Yeah,
well.
so many good shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hadestown, I just saw that a couple of weeks ago. Phenomenal. Yeah, and then the Tina Turner musical was there a couple of
Yo,
months
they got
ago.
a
That
Tina
was
Turner musical?
Incredible, yeah.
Yeah, it
Showstopper.
kinda-
Well, you know what? If Angela Bassett's not in it, I'm not watching it.
It coincided with the. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Sorry,
Okay.
my brain broke.
It's okay. Your brain, it's working just fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. This weekend also there is the San Jose Lantern or the Water Lantern Festival is going on at Almaden Lake Park.
that should
If
be
you get your it's going to be gorgeous. Now, if you do get your tickets soon, they are going to be significantly cheaper, but they are going to go up in price the closer you get to the show. So, yeah.
Now, what does a ticket get you? Is that just
I
admission?
believe that gets you a lantern. It gets you admission, and they have a lot of other things that are going on as a part of the Lantern Festival. It's not just that. There's going to
Sure.
be food trucks. There's going to be a ton of other stuff. So you get all of those as well with admission.
And what date is that?
That is going to be through Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday, November 4th and 5th, 3:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m.
And
at
is
Almaden
it-
Lake Park.
And is it? Do they set the lanterns out on the water, or are they the ones that float up?
These are the ones that go on the water.
Go on the water that float
Yep.
out on the. Oh, that's got to be gorgeous.
That's gotta be.
Just absolutely beautiful. So
Yeah.
I think that might be a good picture day.
That would
Yeah.
be a good picture day.
Yeah,
it's a
take
better
your
pic-
boo, do a little
Yeah.
picnic thing, get pictures.
Me and you dressed like this.
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Take
Boom.
a selfie. It'll be perfect for Instagram.
Oh yeah. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Look
just
where
like
we're
that.
at. Yeah. They're kicking us out now. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I got for you today.
Oh,
thank you. Hey, oh my
Greg!
gosh, it's wonderful to see you both. Thank you so much for having me here today.
Oh, you did a great job, folks. Please
Give
give
it
it
up for Greg, everybody.
The SJ Today on
Thank you so
Instagram,
much.
folks. Thanks, Greg. Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh
Boom.
my goodness.
We're having a great time here.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
I
I'm
am.
having a great time. It's the day before Halloween, and I'm a big Halloween enthusiast. Not really, but
What do
I
you
try.
do for Halloween? What are you doing? You going trick or treating with the little one?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I hanging out with the kid, doing fun stuff with him.
Yeah.
You know, I like it to see the kids happy, and then a little like, oh my God, I have too much candy, and then you like take it from them and be like, I'm gonna keep this in my closet for a year.
For a year? That's rude.
I don't know.
Rude.
That's what parents have to do. We can't let the cavities happen right after.
That's fair. I guess my mom probably
Cavities
should have
are
kept my
expensive.
candy away from me. Yeah. How old? When's the last time you went trick or treating?
When I was 12.
You were 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A friend of mine who drove
Mm-hmm.
at the time picked us up, and we went to the rich neighborhood where they were handing out the
Yeah.
full-size candy bars.
Yeah.
Which is still a thing, by the way. And I can't name which communities, Bakesto Park, that has the full-size candy bars, Bakesto Park. But you should go to those communities that have full-size candy bars if you
Bakesto
want.
Park.
Bakesto Park.
Yeah. No, when I was a little kid, my aunt and my uncle were like, hey, because we got ready, and then we were just expecting to just go out the door and go around our neighborhood in Sunnyvale.
Yeah.
And my aunt, my uncle were like, no. We're going somewhere else. And we drove up to Los Gatos, right? We drove to Los Gatos, and we got out and we started trick-or-treating in Los Gatos. And my aunt and uncle, I think between them at the time, probably had a full set of teeth between the two of them, you know?
Yeah.
And they just had that vibe of like, yeah, we'll take a beer, sure, you know? And we got to a house, we knocked on the door, and there were like, it was a beautiful house, gorgeous, big, giant house. And we knock on the door, and this lady opens the door, she's got a glass of wine in her hand, she's like, oh my God, it's trick-or-treaters, oh my God. And then she's like, come on in. And like, we all went in, me, my brother, my cousin, we were like 8, 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
We go into the house, and with my aunt, my uncle, we go inside, and we're standing like in the foyer, you know.
foyer?
Yeah, and she goes, we don't have any candy, but we got all kinds of other things. And so they got like full bags of Doritos and stuff. They're just like emptying out their cupboard, you know. And then they turn to my aunt and uncle, and they're like, hey, do you guys want some beer? Because they were having like a little adult party, right? And so they gave my aunt and uncle some beer, and we like stood like in the foyer, just like eating Doritos while my aunt and uncle chugged beers in this rich person's house. And they were like, we can never trick-or-treat anywhere else ever again. Los Gatos is the only place to go trick-or-treating.
Actually, they shut down the streets out there, and it is kind of a thing where people go around and people are having parties in their driveways now. So if I was recommendation, if you're a grown person and you have a small child, do that.
I feel like, you know, the thing to do in certain neighborhoods is like, if you can block off your streets. Yeah. Well, also too, and I have a theory. My theory is this, or my hypothesis is this.
Hypotheses.
Move Halloween. Trick-or-treating night should just be like the Saturday night before Halloween.
It should always be.
It should just be the Saturday night, so that way kids don't have to go to school the next day. It never falls on a weekday or a school night. You know what I mean? Like, just make trick-or-treating on the Saturday night. Whatever.
We should talk to Biden about that.
But I remember, when I lived in Worcester, Massachusetts, they had to cancel Halloween. People couldn't go trick-or-treating because there was a freeze. A blizzard came through. Oh. And so kids had to go trick-or-treating a week later. Like, the whole city just sort of, like, announced, like, we'll go trick-or-treating on November 5th, right? And so they did, you know, and it was fine, I guess, you know. But
that seems smart.
Yeah. But it's like, if they can go trick-or-treating on November 5th, we can go trick-or-treating on a Saturday, damn it.
Yeah, we can.
In Los Gatos.
Yes, we can.
It's the only reason to go to Los Gatos, folks.
Yeah, only reason.
Do that.
Also to get reparations if they are giving them out. So.
Really?
I mean, you should put that on the menu.
But not if you're half Samoan.
Especially if you're half Samoan, fool. Anyway, give it up for Monty, Mike Mcgee. Give it up for all of you guys. Hey, our next guest that's coming up here is a comedian that I got to meet on one of the shows that I did back last Tuesday over at Good Time Bar. Actually, that's a fun place to go to take a date. I guarantee you'll have a good time.
It's the best reason to go down Fountain Alley.
Yes, it is.
Sure.
Good Time Bar. But let's give it up for the delightful stylings of Lillian Sam, everybody.
Lillian Sam!
How are we doing tonight? Good? Bad? In between? Yeah? Something I learned about myself, I'm a little dumb. And that's okay. My friends texted me, they're like, oh, did you hear that Mitch McConnell froze again? And I was like, who's Mitch McConnell? Is he hot? They're like, Lillian, he's like 80 years old. And I'm like, that doesn't answer my question. So, no, it really hit me that I'm really dumb when my friend, they like to keep me current. They texted me, Turkey's fucked because of earthquakes. And then I laughed at the message because I forgot Turkey was a place. Yeah, this guy gets it. He's also one of us, you know? Yeah. I was called mean recently. It was really hurtful. I don't know why. But it all stemmed from me not having enough room on my Google Drive. So I told my friends just to send it to my burner account. and they were like, why do you have a burner account? Can anyone here guess why I might have porn? Okay, I feel like that's not it, but a good answer. No. Burning Man? Yeah, perhaps. I don't know, but that's not why. It's because I cyberbully celebrities. Yeah, I feel like they have too much. The least we can do is take their mental health. But it's email, so it's just hate mail at this point. No one's reading that shit. Anyways, good for me. Does anyone here have a Mexican dad? Make some noise if you have a Mexican dad. Yeah, I love Mexican dads. They're so fun. The one thing I don't love about Mexican dads, though, is how they compliment you. Like, they always try to zing you when they do. For example, I was just walking with my coworker one day, and he turns to me and goes, Lillian, have you been working out? I was like, yeah, do I look good? And he was like, no. You just walk fast. Thank you. I don't know why that needed to be said. Anyways, I have been working out. I've been doing better for myself. And with being healthy, did you know that dragon fruit is a laxative? Yeah, I found out the hard way. I feel like there should be warning labels like do not eat if you're planning on hooking up with strangers, because that's really sexy. Anyways, I'm half Vietnamese. Thanks for asking. Yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff, like pho. Do you guys know what that is? Yeah, this is San Jose. I expected you guys to. We're also in the NBA now. Do you guys know that? Jalen Williams, OKC. There's actually 2 Jalen Williams. The one that's Vietnamese isn't as good as the other one. Yeah, we also won the war. Yeah, suck on that. Yeah. No, Vietnam's the only country that beat America in the war and is still poor. Yeah, the last time I was in Vietnam, I saw a lady shit in a bucket, and I was like, oh, did you know that dragon fruit is a laxative? And she was like, I don't speak English. Anyways, Vietnam has a lot of great things, is what I'm trying to say. We have a lot of bad things as well. For example, they're super dramatic. My uncle, who's 50, he married someone who's 20. Yeah, it's called human trafficking, if you're unaware. Yeah. But that's not the dramatic part. The dramatic part is that she stole $50,000 from my uncle and then cheated on him the entire duration of their marriage. Yeah, and I found out through Vietnamese CNN, which is just Facebook. Some of you might have it. Anyways, the other bad thing about Vietnamese people is that they're all Republican, but they don't know why they're Republican. They just hate Chinese people. Yeah, I don't know why you're clapping, but that's... It's a true story. My mom, she picks on the same Chinese guy every time we interact with him, and I feel like it's my civic duty to step in and say something, you know? And I'm like, Mom, can you just leave Dad alone? That's not very nice. Anyways, I love being Vietnamese. I don't date white guys anymore. No one's clapping for that. Shocker. No, it's from experience. No offense to Mexicans who look white. It's just the last white guy I went on a date with, he was 2 hours late to his own house. And I forgot I had an edible. So when I got there, he ordered Uber Eats just for himself. Yeah, and when I asked for some, he said no and proceeded to eat faster and then choked. Anyways, we were fucking, and he called me by the wrong name. I'm like, whoa. He called me Young Chang. I'm like, my parents didn't give me an Asian name. You're just going to make one up on the spot? So now I go by Young Chang. It's for fun. No, I make a scene and I leave. I go back on Tinder to find a place to stay for the night because I'm a whore. Anyways, I'm waiting for an Uber, and one car drives by and goes like, oh, like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And he drives off. Second car drives by and goes like, oh, do you need a ride? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. The third car drives by and goes, hey, yo, how much? And I'm like, how much do you have? Let's go. Anyways, I have a boyfriend, in my opinion. He's okay. He's mostly there for rent. We've been together for 2 years now, and I feel like when you're with someone for that long, their interests become your interest. For example, he watches UFC, so now I watch UFC. And the thing about UFC I don't understand is how people can get punched in the face and not cry. Because every time I get punched in the face, it's just personal. I'm like, oh, that hurt my feelings. Thanks, this guy. Anyways, my boyfriend does jujitsu, and I feel like a lot of women, they get really excited. They're like, oh, he can protect you. Should I start a bar fight just like out of nowhere and see how he holds up? He lost. That's the answer to that question. No, I have nothing against jujitsu. I just wish he'd stop practicing on me. Like, I get tense every time. All right, I'm okay, okay? I'm fine. Anyways, I don't suck dick anymore. Yeah. It's not a feminist issue. I just saw my boyfriend's dick touch the toilet bowl while he's taking a shit. Yeah, and if you're not laughing at that, it means you have a small dick. Can't reach. What was that? All right. Moving on. I told my friends came to one of my shows, and they're like, Lillian, you don't suck dick, but you eat ass. It's fucked up. Anyways. What is your favorite sex position? Just anyone, yell it out. Doggy? I feel like that's a normal answer. I'll clap it up for doggy. Yeah, this guy fucks. I asked my boyfriend what his favorite sex position was because I'm a good girlfriend. And he was like, oh, I like missionary. I was like, what a virgin answer. Why do you like missionary? And he was like, oh, because it's a jujitsu position. And I'm like, what do you think about when you do jujitsu? Sex with my girlfriend? And that's how I found out he's gay. Yeah, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I don't live here. I live in San Francisco. Yeah, it's a shit town. The first thing I noticed when I first moved to San Francisco is that everyone here is depressed. Yeah, I don't know why. It was just a mystery to me. But that just leaves my mind. I'm just like walking down the street one day, and I see a guy take a shit on the sidewalk, and then he wiped his ass with some bagels. I was like, God damn, that's quite a schmear. But I was going that direction, so I was gonna pass him anyways. And I looked over and I was like, did you know that dragon fruit is a laxative? Anyways, that's been my time. Thanks.
Yo, give it up for Lillian Sam, everybody. All right.
Hey.
So this is the question and answer period after your set. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah. Give it up for Lillian again, everybody.
Yeah. I was actually kind of nervous because, like, my set is very sexual and I swear a lot. And everyone that you had up here was very tucked in. And I'm like, fuck.
No.
They shouldn't have been. We told them.
We cuss here. It's
okay.
Yeah.
Should we say it together?
It's a live broadcast on the interweb.
Ah.
And what they told us when we were
we were told early on that the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, YouTube.
It doesn't want you cursing in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So now that now that we're over an hour in, it's like, fuck it, bro.
Yeah, fuck that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
We don't give a fuck.
Should we say it all together?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Fuck it! All right.
Yeah.
That is definitely a word that everyone says differently.
Yeah, how do you say it?
It's either like under my breath, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Or it's like, man, motherfuck you.
Wow. There's tone.
Why
There's
was
a lot
the
of
second
tone
one
to it.
ethnic?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You want to hear all 16 of mine?
Oh, you have 16?
16 different tones.
Okay.
First one is very similar to yours. It's under my breath. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Right? You all know that one. Everybody knows that one. But then the rest of them, the other 15, are all, fuck!
Oh.
Yeah. And some variation of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
That's just what my grandma taught me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oddly sexual. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no. Painful.
Painful.
It's all,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's all
Like you
pain.
stubbed your
I guess
toe
it's
or
the same
something.
thing, though.
Yeah,
Same
sex
thing.
and pain is the same.
There's a harmony there.
Some people like it
Get
at
it?
the same
Harm?
time.
Harm? Get it? Harm. Thank you, Kevin. All right.
All right.
But seriously, though.
How long have you been doing comedy?
I tell people 2021, but really, I started my first open mic in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I stopped, and then the pandemic happened, so yeah.
Yeah.
And were you always? I always like. I am interested in when people start doing it, but to me, it's never. I think with most comics, it's safe to say that it's never a. You know what? I think I'm gonna do stand-up comedy. And it had never crossed their mind before that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'd been thinking about it for some time.
Yeah.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I went on a date and I saw a comedy show for the first time. It was the best time I've ever had in my life. And then I just kept going by myself, and then I would write little jokes for myself. And then in 2018, that was when I mustered up the courage to do it.
Now, were you class clown in school? Have you always been sort of the funnier person in your social circles?
No.
No, that's fine. That is a full-on whole-ass answer.
Yeah.
That is a
You know?
100% answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm fascinated with that because I was class clown.
Yeah.
I was generally the funnier guy in my social circles, and I'm not that interested in doing stand-up comedy.
Oh,
You know
that's
what I'm
okay.
saying? No. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what is it about stand-up comedy that draws the not usually the funny person to become a funny person?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I think I've always been like an introvert, so I feel like, for me to talk, it's like everyone needs to shut up. And that's kind of what stand-up comedy is. Everyone was like, just all eyes on me. So I feel like that was like kind of my draw to it. Like, oh, I have something to say. Like, give me a mic, you know? Yeah.
For me, it was like I'm the middle child, and so
I'm the middle child too.
high five. What's up?
Yeah.
See?
People forget about us.
Yeah,
you know?
we're the original disruptors.
Exactly.
And I'm the oldest of 8.
Oh.
So that
wow.
probably says a lot of it right there. I had to
Yeah.
entertain my siblings as a kid.
Do you feel like a leader?
Yeah, I
terms of
feel.
your
You know
path?
what?
You are a leader.
Yeah, I guess so. I think you know what it is. I feel like I'm a good guide. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily a leader, but like if we're in a situation and I can tell that I might understand it better than you do, I can definitely try to explain it.
Yeah.
Or walk people through things. You know, until they get it, and then I'm like, okay, that's it. My job's done. You know.
Yeah. I feel like with like older siblings, like they tend to have it more together. Like that's my sister for sure. So I don't know. I think that's why.
I think I had a lot of freedom growing up. My mom was like, I was a boy born in the 70s. You know what I mean? So it was like, like go adventure, whatever you want to do. The world is yours. Literally, take it. It belongs to you. You know. And so I think like not literally, but I think my mom is sort of like, yeah, you can go out and do the things you want to do. And then my brother and I, we'd be outside until 9, 10 o'clock playing out on the street.
Whoa, past streetlights, bro?
Well, it depends on if it was summertime. Yes, in the
Okay.
summer we could.
Okay.
But once the streetlights came on, it was like we had to go home.
Okay.
During school days, school nights, right? And so, but then once my sisters were born, they weren't allowed to go that far out. My sisters weren't allowed to be out till it got dark.
Oh.
There was like it was a bit of a it was unfair. You know,
Yeah.
it was unfair. But I
agree.
think it was also my mom was a lot more scared of what could happen with them. You know, and
Yeah.
so.
I feel like that's kind of like what the being like born into like a child or like as a girl, for example. I think they're a little more overbearing and more protective over the
Right.
girls than they are with the guys.
I think in general, parents are a little bit more protective of kids
Yeah.
nowadays.
For
You know?
sure.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's definitely been a lot like, you especially because you could track your kids now. You can get like one of those.
Oh yeah.
You could buy your kid a watch that has a tracker in it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you can
Put, like,
embed
an
it
air
in their
tag in
forehead
them.
too if you want.
I put
whatever.
I put a tracker on a taco once.
Oh.
Yeah.
How deep did it go?
Alviso. Yeah. 'Cause that's where the water waste treatment plant is.
Oh, okay.
See what I did? See what I did there?
Yeah.
I pooped a tracker.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
So funny.
RFID. RFID. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you live in San Francisco,
Yeah.
Yeah, I live in San Francisco.
and so what sorts of venues do you generally find yourself performing in most?
A lot of bars, but I did do Cobb's Comedy Club for the first time on Friday, so that was kind of like
Nice.
a milestone for me.
High five.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Congrats.
thank you.
That's a big
yeah.
deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal. You know that Doja Cat, like, oh, this is rigged, and then she's crying. That was me on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually when I listen to Doja Cat, I usually feel like sad too.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, there's a few songs of hers that I absolutely adore. But
Yeah.
now, so doing Cobb's, like, how'd you feel about your set that night?
I felt amazing about my set.
Yeah.
I think it was just the energy, like going out there, and Tony Sparks, the godfather of comedy, he was hosting, so that made it even more better.
Yeah.
Yeah, big shouts out to Tony Sparks. He is literally the godfather of comedy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you guys know who he is?
Yeah, they know.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah. I read about him before I met him.
Oh.
Yeah, Ali Wong's book.
Yeah, he's in Ali Wong's book.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm 1 degree of separation from Ali Wong. I opened for Chris Garcia, because I started when I was in college, and they hired Chris Garcia to do a set there. And so I'm 1 degree of separation, because they used to date. Sorry, that's the connection.
Okay.
Oh, that's
all right.
Yeah.
I know Chris Garcia because he used to do comedy around here.
Yeah. He's from
Yeah.
San Francisco.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I really like his NPR stuff.
Oh, I didn't know he did NPR
he
stuff.
did NPR stuff.
Yeah. I think we're getting into a portion of a conversation the audience doesn't give a fuck about.
Yeah, it happens. We're getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why interviews happen.
Yeah.
It's true.
We got all in the details.
But I can always feel it. I don't know what it is, but I have this sense with an audience where I'm like, yeah, we're losing them, you know.
I felt that when I was up here talking about Vietnam and shit.
No,
you're good.
Oh, good. Thank you.
You know, I'm an arts education teacher.
Oh, cool.
And so this year we taught a book. It turns out a friend of mine he's an author named Bao Phi from Minnesota. And but it was weird because I was looking for a kid's book that told a story about Vietnamese immigrants that we could teach in a class. And I found this book, and it was written by my buddy. And I was like, whoa, that's wild, you know? And so teaching that book, it's got me beyond just having friends who are Vietnamese and loving pho, you know, and wanting to know more and more about it, and even I'd be down to go visit. I think
You should visit.
Yeah.
I think everyone should visit Vietnam. Yeah. It's the dichotomy is crazy because you have to get all these shots to go, but then they have nightclubs that serve whippets. It's it's the most incredible thing. Yeah, for real.
Wow.
Yeah.
I should not go to Vietnam.
You know, it's funny you said
Vietnam
that.
sounds like a dangerous place.
Yeah.
There's a white nightclub that exclusively sells whippets.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because the other day, and I'm not going to say where this was, but it was right outside of a bar that was mentioned earlier this evening. Thank God we mentioned a few. And somebody was staring at this planter box because there were 60 to 80 used whippets in the planter box.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it was that is so
That
many
sounds
whippets.
yeah. That sounds like
Someone's
a
having
wild
fun.
night.
That is a wild. I think that's a wild. One person has nothing else to do.
Just whip
Yeah.
it good.
Yeah.
I guess so. You got to make some whipped cream right now.
Yeah.
What else you got coming up?
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm at Arepa's. I'm doing a set there, a Halloween set. And then I'm actually free for the rest of the month. Oh, wait, the rest of the month ends tomorrow. That's how far I have planned in advance.
Okay.
So, yeah, tomorrow Arepa's in San Francisco.
All right.
Have you done? Have you come through the improv yet?
I have last month.
October
But
11th,
yeah, I got denied at the door because I got there at 7:50, and they were like, "Oh, sign-ups end," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, who made
so
that rule?
Actually, David Williams made that rule.
Oh, really?
true,
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
I handle the door. I run the door.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh, I do recognize you. I was like, God damn.
get there before 7:45.
Yeah.
Before 7:45.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, next show is November 8th, so make sure you slide through.
Yeah, I'll definitely come before 7:45.
Yeah.
If you want to see Lillian Sam again, folks, improv November 8th. We'll try to get you on
Thank you.
that night.
No promises.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No promises. No no public promises.
No.
Folks, please give it up for Lillian Sam.
Lillian!
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you so much.
Great job. No, we're gonna take those off.
Okay, great.
Folks, I just want to say really quick, our friend Nancy from the San Jose Downtown Association just brought in these flyers. Because if you want to know other things that are happening in downtown, I'm on the newsletter, and you know what? You know what else is on the newsletter for the downtowner?
What
is Off Night. We're mentioned on there as
That is
well.
correct.
Which is awesome. So I have these. I'm gonna go pass these out on the tables. But then also too, look at what she brought us.
Oh, for real?
I got this awesome tote, and because I could use a tote more than you can, Atu.
I
but
use a
look
tote.
at-
I use them.
This is the biggest. This is an XL, and it's the biggest XL I've ever seen. It's like I was like, oh, this will definitely fit. And then when I saw that it was an XL, I was like, that's crazy. I'm either losing weight or this shirt is lying.
Our workout plan is working.
Our workout plan is where you know these pants are tighter than they were a month ago.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you right now, I have definitely eaten too many French fries this month.
Yeah.
But thank you to the Downtown Association and San Jose Downtown Association, and I love Downtown San Jose because I live in downtown San Jose.
Yeah.
I thrive in downtown San Jose, and so you should get on their mailing list as well to find out more of what's happening in downtown San Jose. I'll pass these out in a little bit, but right now we're gonna bring up the hat. We're gonna move over on this side of the room here.
Yeah, while the band sets up.
While the band sets up.
And we're gonna do Dear Dudes.
We're gonna do Dear Dudes. So looks like we got a few questions in here, which is great. Which is fabulous. Those of you who are not familiar with Dear Dudes, it's very simple. You write down a question, we answer it. It's that simple.
Or we try really
hard.
hard.
We try really hard to answer it. So, gentlemen, you guys can come on up and set up right now if you want.
Yes.
I'm burning at a losing motivation. I'm burning out and losing motivation. How can I bounce back and also avoid burnout altogether?
Oh.
That's a very good question. Because I've been at that too. I've been burning out. Not full on burnout, but like enough to where every day I'm sort of like, do I want to do these things anymore? You know?
Yeah.
You know, when you get burned out on something, you're just like, I can't do that anymore, you know?
I know. For me, sometimes burnout doesn't necessarily mean burnout. I think sometimes burnout means like you need to change it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes it means like committing deeper, or you realistically need a vacation. And it's okay to take a break from something and like walk away for a moment and to assess and reevaluate and then come back to it feeling better and stronger with the situation. So I think that's what I would do. I would like go on a vacation, have a good time, even if it's by myself, and just kind of disconnect from all of the things.
Yeah.
And or turn your cell phone off.
I think that's hard, though. I mean, I agree with you. Yes, and I also think that we're talking about San Jose, San Josers. We're talking about artists. We're talking about community folks who literally can't afford to take a vacation. You know what I mean? They literally, they cannot, it is not in their budget to go off somewhere else. You know, so you kind of have to, I mean, I think we all do, daycations and what have you where, all right, we're just going to head on to Santa Cruz or Capitola and go hang out there for the day, spend a little more money than we would, splurge a little bit more, and then make our way back home over the hill. If you can do that, if you're burning out and you want to avoid it, you want to bounce back, recommit to your art and your passions. If you played sports, get back into a sport. A buddy of mine started playing, he loves volleyball. He always loved volleyball growing up.
Yeah.
He played and then he stopped. And he recently got back into it. He's playing at a YMCA or something.
Actually, recently someone told me like if you're having trouble with that reset, that hard reset, like spending 30 minutes to a half an hour every day doing some physical activity,
absolutely,
walking or jogging or getting on a rower or lifting the barbells or pushing your cousin down some stairs. Don't do that. But just something to do where you have physical activity can help your clear your mind and get those endorphins and peptides or whatever else goes on in your body moving.
I don't know if people can tell, but this beautiful belly, this little Santa Claus pouch here, was built through years of sitting at a desk.
Oh.
You know, and eating snacks at that desk. You know, and while I wouldn't be mad if I lost this belly. I would miss it because it's literally it has found money for me because it has its own gravitational pull and just cash will just stick to it from time to time.
That's good.
But I will say this, there are times where I'll feel the burnout of just being sort of a sedentary person, you know, and realize, so now on a regular basis, I check my phone and I have a Fit app on my phone.
Oh.
And last week I got 9,000 steps, 7,000 steps, and this is after getting not very many steps at all, you know, and then I hit 13,000 steps on Friday alone.
High five!
Right? Which was crazy.
There you
Just
go.
walking everywhere. So and that gets me, I feel so good after a good walk.
Yeah.
I love walking, and that's kind of how just that one little action. So I was saying, being physical, like you said, really does help out. So so do something. Move. Get up and move.
Get vigorous.
Get vigorous and do something that has nothing to do with whatever is causing that burnout, and go back to the thing that you love.
Yeah.
Go back to it. Maybe not a person necessarily, but what is that? Personally, I recommend taking a 2-month hiatus after your season finale show on November 13th and returning in January for season 3. That's a very good idea.
Great job.
Jake, you are correct.
Thank you, Jake.
That's the off-night burnout
Yeah,
right
there you
there.
go.
Yeah. All right.
And then I have a question. What is the most courteous way to tell someone they are stinky? Ooh, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, and this might seem cruel, but the most courteous way to do it is to do it as privately as possible.
Yeah.
If you are, let me start off by saying, if you are the closest person to the situation, and there's sort of a consensus that this person is stinky, and it's not just your opinion, because you know, some people love the smell of certain things, some people don't. Don't get me wrong, I like some pheromones. You know what I'm saying? I like some pheromones. But when you got that breath, that halitosis breath, that stank breath, you know, that sort of thing. If somebody smells,
dead tooth breath.
as somebody who is more concerned about how I smell than people might realize, what I would do, and this people have done this to me many years ago. And they just sort of pulled me aside, and it was somebody who really cared about me. They took the bullet, and they were like, Mike, I got to talk to you about something. Listen, blah, 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 you stank, you know. But they said it in a very kind way, and they're like, we think maybe that you're just not as aware of it as you could be, and that other people are noticing it. And we love you, and we want you to be aware of yourself, you know, in the same way that we are, you know. And I was like, okay, cool, right.
I got a story related to this.
There was a little twinge of you know.
I feel similarly to Mike. It has to be somebody willing to just be honest with you, right? And I had the woman when I was in high school, I was in 10th grade. There was a very special woman to me that I really thought was just amazing and delightful. I hung out with her all the time. And there was a day I came to school and I forgot to wear deodorant. I fully showered. It was the 10th grade. You know, I had new clothes on that my mom bought me, and I just happened to forget. And I get to school, and we're in assembly. And this lovely person who's a woman, because high school girls are women, really. Just remember that. And she kind of went like this, hey, you funky right now. And she said that to me in my ear, and then she asked the person sitting next to her, hey, you got any deodorant? And then they gave me deodorant, and I deodorized sort of an anti-perspirant. They had that clear stick stuff that really didn't work. So I was good for during the assembly, but after that I had to go home and take a shower. But it was a good time, okay?
Yeah.
You got to bite the bullet. You got to tell somebody.
Yeah, just be really nice about it. Be really kind about it.
Oh, more questions.
More questions.
Yeah. Good.
We probably have time for two more.
Two more.
So we got one more here that says, "What happened with the last season of Game of Thrones?"
Aw.
Oh, fuck, man, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. Burnout happened.
Yeah,
All right. Burnout happened. I think what it was.
They probably
honestly,
should have did the writer's strike right before it.
Well, you know what it was that they had gotten signed on to do one of the Star Wars movies, the
main writers,
the two main writers,
Yeah.
D&D, and and so I think what ended up happening was they were so like, oh shit, we got Star Wars, we're gonna work on Star Wars, and so they were like, well, let's just truncate, let's get this season 8 done,
finished up good.
Let's just wrap it up sooner, And HBO had said to them, hey, we want 10. If you can, we'd love 12 or more episodes for the final season. And they're like, no, we can do it in 8. We can do it in 8. And they really should have done it in 10.
They should have done it in 14.
And they shouldn't have ended it the way they ended it.
Yeah, the whole door thing, man. Come on.
No, I think what they did with what's her face? I think
Daenerys.
Daenerys. I think they fucked up on that part. They really messed up on that part because there was nothing in it. There was nothing If you watch any season up through 6, there's nothing saying that she's going to become a bad person. I am a sexy League of Legends player.
Oh.
I work for my money. I live life. Should I? I don't know what that says. Something. Should I get a virgin? Is that what that says? Should I get a virgin?
No.
No.
Whatever that is, no.
There's no such thing as a virgin.
Don't do that.
Virginity is a state of mind.
Yeah, it's really you can reset at any point in your life.
Yeah,
really, if you want.
Oh no, the penis went in. I am no longer this.
Yeah,
no.
It's a state of mind, really.
It's a state of mind. Yeah. I have a neck beard. I am voluntary celibate. I am happy not seeing my. I don't know what that says. Should I get a girlfriend?
No, you should not. No.
If you don't need one, don't
get a woman friend.
Yeah. Or a person friend.
Or someone that you truly appreciate that you're just friends with.
I have a neck beard plus. You know what I'm saying?
Last question.
Yeah.
This one says, I have mom problems. She's
a monster, but I love her. What do I do? I will say this. I know a lot of people. I've dated some folks who have mom problems.
Yeah.
And over time, if they don't sort of start creating boundaries and with that parent, boundaries that are consistent, eventually you will completely cut them off over time. I
highly recommend therapy.
I would say, therapy is definitely a good idea, and talking with the parent openly, but creating boundaries and understanding that just because they made you doesn't mean they own you.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that they owe you that you owe them anything. That's that.
And therapy helps you develop healthy boundaries for yourself and how to communicate those boundaries healthily. And I would say therapy worked for me because I have a lot of moms in my life, and I have a lot of moms. I have a lot of moms in my life, and sometimes it's important, to figure out a way to communicate effectively. And that's what therapy does. Help you learn how to communicate effectively.
And now, effectively, what we would like to do, folks, that's it for Dear Dudes. Thank you all so much.
Yeah.
We're going to bring on our final act this evening. I'm excited. They are a fantastic band, local, from San Jose. Please put your hands together for Mercy Terrace.
Mercy Terrace!
Woo!
Whoa, there we go. Give it up for Greg the engineer, guys. He's the wizard behind just one integral piece. Makes this thing happen. Everybody having a good time? Woo! Mercy Terrace. This song is called The Cat Stays Home. I got the Radiohead album we argued about on and died. Don't wanna listen alone, so could you grab us some beer and come by? Just something to get me through the night. She came and grabbed what she wanted, and she left me the cat. It's alright. I'm watching Nightmare on Elm Street and comparing the plot to my life. It's a mirage, me feeling alright. I'm just falling to pieces, gonna break my mama's heart. Falling to pieces to bring you down, way down. So buddy, let's get together. Come on, pull up a chair, stay the night. I'm getting saucy, and saucy means I'm drinking like I wanna die. Wouldn't you know that I don't know why? I'm just falling to pieces, gonna break my mama's heart. Falling to pieces to bring you down, way down. It was so while it lasted, desperate need of some distraction, yeah. Falling to pieces, gonna break my mama's heart. Falling to pieces to bring you down. Falling to pieces, gonna break my mama's heart. Falling to pieces to bring you down. The song's called Youngblood. It's off our record. See them standing stupid-eyed and drooling in their uniforms. Perfume masses stomping through the streets just like a thunderstorm. Blood runs warm on weekend nights, so have you got your head on right? $15 drinks, drunk and high, drinks scandalizing or mesmerizing. Ooh la la la, ooh la la la, ooh la la. What did you say to me? Ooh la la, hey young blood.
Are you looking for sympathy and a warm touch? Hey young blood, hey young blood. Breaking down the social barriers without some help. Talking to such unfamiliar faces is I live in hell. Could the music in the club be any worse? It's such a noise. Beating up the drums to rouse the hot and heavy girls and boys. Ooh la la la, ooh la la la. Ooh la la, what did you say to me? Ooh la la, hey young blood. Are you looking for sympathy and a warm touch? Hey young blood, hey young blood, hey young blood. Say to me, ooh la la, hey young blood. Are you looking for sympathy?
Big round of applause for Mercy Terrace, everybody.
Woo!
Now, you guys are some hard rockers, bro.
Thank you. So we have on drums. We got Dennis.
Yo, what's
we
up,
got
Dennis?
Peter on bass.
Peter Caucasian.
And Millhouse on guitar.
Millhouse.
Lead. So gentlemen. Yes. Oh. I like it. I say we can talk through it. I'll stand over on this side so that I can mic Peter over here.
It's okay. Talk to this mic. Yeah.
It's confusing.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's a live show. Live things happen. We're live.
And I know that all of you guys have been. Actually, no, Millhouse, come stand over here, and Atu he'll mic you. It's just so awkward.
Yeah.
So how long? Now, you guys have all been in other projects before. So this is almost like you guys are kind of a what's that term? What's that term? Like a super band.
A super band.
Super bug.
Super group.
Super awkward.
Yeah.
We're super awkward is what we are.
I like it.
Yeah.
The awkward group.
Yeah.
Lots of
awkward
money.
Turtles have shells.
Lots of money, no social grace. Yes. And so you guys have a show coming up.
So we had a gig. We had a really busy summer. It was fantastic. We did this tiny little festival, and we did shows all around the Bay Area. And we just wanted to. We put out a record last year. It's called Youngbloods, and it's on Spotify. It's on all the streaming platforms. Mercy Terrace, Youngbloods. Just type it in. You can find it. Our Instagram, Mercy_Terrace. And we're actually putting our next record together, and we're really excited about it. We're going to play one new song off that record, and we're excited because we want people to hear our new music, but we want people to hear the old music because not a lot of people have heard the old music. So hope you like the old music too.
So you're saying you're urging everyone go to Spotify, go
Absolutely.
to Instagram, find you, follow you for the rest of your lives.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, as the YouTubers say, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, guys.
Yeah, smash it. Smash it, folks. I just use my thumb. I can't smash anything with my thumb. So I got to point out that Peter Colclazier over here on bass has been a lifelong bass player who's only ever played bass. No, just kidding. Peter was also the pianist for the Go Go Gone show for like 6 years. So if you've ever been to the Go Go Gone show, you probably remember Peter sitting at the Ivories. And how do you like being a lifelong pianist? How do you like playing bass now?
I love it. It's fantastic.
What is it about it that is different from playing piano that you enjoy maybe? And what aspect of it do you enjoy maybe more than playing piano?
It's lower.
You like that low end.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And but it's higher on the body though too, right? Because of where it sits. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But I really love your guys' sound. I think what you guys are doing is phenomenal. And I want to hear at least a couple more songs from you guys.
We can do that.
That would be delightful.
Fantastic.
Folks, please give it up for Peter, for Millhouse, and for Dennis. They're going to play a couple songs right after we say thank you. Thank you. Give it up for Kay behind the bar tonight, folks.
Yeah, all right, Kay.
Kay, best damn bartender in all of this building. And give it up for Greg Holmes over here, our technical director, making everything
he's dressed
sound
as
so
young
good.
Frankenstein. Yes.
Dr. Frankenstein,
Dr.
that is.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And then, and of course, thank you to Stephanie Wiggum for our marketing director and, kind of helping run shit. One of our executive producers. And of course, Jemal Diamond, who's been painting all evening long. Look at this guy.
It's beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah, he's got 2 awesome pieces over there.
Yeah.
I love them both. Those look like workers with hard hats on.
Yeah.
Right now, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And big thanks to our house manager, Meredith King over here. Everybody, give it up for Meredith.
Yeah.
She
has the nunchucks. Be careful.
We have 2 more episodes of Off Night before we go on our season hiatus. Season 2 ends in 2 more episodes. However, immediately following this show and the next 2 shows is Off Mic. That will continue through the winter until we come back after our hiatus. So please, if you can, come out to our next 2 shows.
Develop your talent.
And then you can develop your talents immediately after Off Night. Get better, folks.
Get booked.
Big thanks to the City of San Jose. Big thanks to SB Creates. Big thanks to the Abierto Grant. Big thanks to the Awesome Grant for helping us put these shows on. We love you all. My name is Mighty Mike Mcgee. This is Mr. Atu Walker.
Give it up for Mercy Terrace.
Give it up for Mercy Terrace, folks.
Gonna bring the energy down.
I don't believe in coincidence, but your favorite song came on this morn as I drove by your old neighborhood. Your father's house didn't look so good. I heard he died some years ago. Didn't know, nobody told me. I don't believe in coincidence, but the girl next door drives a car like yours. I see you down, parked along the street. I know it's not you, I'll still check to see. I reach out, but I know somehow it's much too late for all that now. But I really think you ought to know. Really think you ought to know. Really think you ought to know everything. Ought to know everything. You really think you ought to know. Really think you ought to know. Really think you ought to know. I don't believe in coincidence, 'cause I know it's all so meaningless. But I do believe that you ought to know, that you ought to know you were right about everything.
All right, we're gonna bring it back up. This song's called Midnight Mischief. We're really excited to play it, and thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Atu. Thank you, the whole gang. We've been Mercy Terrace. Thank you.
Midnight mischief, ragtime love. You send my soul up above. Sensual talking, bedroom eyes. False I love yous, long goodbyes. Hey there, rebel, it's about that time. You entice me, you excite. Drive me off a cliff tonight, 'cause I would rather die with you. Be my cosmic rendezvous. Hey there, rebel, it's about that time. Woo! Devil in me, devil in you. Midnight mischief finds us wherever we go. It's about that time. Devil in me, devil in you. Midnight mischief finds us wherever we go. It's about that time. Red light, yellow light, green light, go. Rock me up like stereo. The future's burning up so bright, 'cause it's on fire and so am I. Midnight mischief will be ours tonight. Devil in you, midnight mischief finding wherever we go. It's about that time. Devil in me, devil in you, midnight mischief finds us wherever we go. It's about that time. secret weapon. Come be my angel tonight. The myth of the future, so intoxicating tonight. You're my secret weapon. Come be my angel tonight. Devil in me, devil in you. Midnight mischief find us wherever we go. It's about that time. Devil in me, devil in you. Midnight mischief find us wherever we go. It's about that time.
Thank you.